everyone. I want to welcome you to JCTV this week. And this week we are featuring the Campbell County Cancer Association. And with me on their behalf is Sharon Ryder. And Sharon, I want to thank you for being with us and taking the time to just kind of let people be aware of what y'all are doing. And I know that a lot of people in Campbell County know about the association, but there are still people that don't. So we're just going to kind of get right into the interview. And the first thing that I want to say is that the Campbell County Cancer Association is located at 210 East Beach Street here in La Follette. And that's the old West La Follette School building. And Miss Sharon, the address that they can write to, though, is P.O.
Box 122, Jacksboro, Tennessee, 37757.
Okay.
Yes.
Now that is the mailing address, which you see on the screen anyway, but we're just going to kind of say it out loud. Sometimes hearing things sticks with you a little bit better.
Right.
Okay, as we get into this, the first thing that I would like to ask is about how many people are served by the Campbell County Cancer Association.
On the average, monthly, we keep up with it by the month, around 72 to 76 people per month. So we have a large number that need to be served. We're serving them with gas vouchers. Usually it's about 240 vouchers, which means some people, they're taking daily treatments, they're going Monday through Friday for radiation or chemo, so we give them vouchers for each day that they need to go.
Wow.
So we serve a lot of people, and there is a great need in Campbell County.
Right. That's a lot.
Yes.
You know,
Yes, it is.
that's a lot. If you average that out per day, you're talking, what, close to 3 people a day.
Yes. Most of the time, we'll have 8 to 10 will come in a day. Some of them may want insure, because we do try to keep insure for our patients that need it. And most of them are for gas vouchers that they need it for.
So having said that, you've touched a little bit on the types of service that you supply people. You want to get a little bit more in depth with that to let people know what you do besides the gas vouchers. Yeah, what you provide.
Okay, we probably need to start with how you apply to even get these vouchers.
Okay,
if we may.
That'll be fine.
Okay, there is a 2-page application that you can pick up here at our office Monday through Wednesday, 9 until 1 o'clock at the old West La Follette School. Or in Jellicoe, we have a location there where Jerry Sharp and his wife Debbie, you can pick up application on the Jellicoe side too. It's a simple 2-page application. We ask the doctor to fill out one form and not a lot of detail, but enough that we have proof that you're in need of our service. But if you return it, our committee will go over it and make sure that you need the service. And then you can come in and get vouchers. We have wigs. A lot of people have donated wigs, and the Tennessee Technology Center have taken those wigs and cut them and washed them and brought them back to us. So that's a community service that's been done for us.
Yes.
We do pay for some medicine, but we're kind of limited. It's for cancer patients. Usually it's for pain medicine that they would need. A few medical supplies. We do have some diapers and Depends here a little. We don't have a lot of it, but we have some. And then insure. That is the other one, which is a big cost to our patients.
Right.
We can lot them usually 1 case per month, but because of our supply, we cannot. So those are the benefits that we have for them.
Wow. So you really, when you do a lot more than just give somebody a voucher to buy gas.
Right.
You have other things. And I know that y'all do fundraisers to support the Cancer Association. And most or all of your funds do stay in Campbell County alone,
yes,
correct?
Ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
It is for only, you have to, and on that application, I might need to say too, one of the questions is, are you a resident of Campbell County? You have to be at least for 1 year, and you'll have to show some kind of proof. Either your driver's license, electric bill. We have to have something to to prove that you have been, because all of our funds stay locally. No one is paid salaries. We're all volunteers. So none of it is spent for any kind of benefits or salaries. We do pay for this facility to have our office here, and stamps and things like that is all we use it for. But we have a lot of people who try to do things for our organization and donations. Some of them donate. We're getting ready for a telethon. I think that's one of the things we want to talk about.
Yes.
But we have other things. People just, like when people's passed away, they will make donations to our organization, and the families will receive a notice of it. So it's really a nice thing for our families. We have East Jacksboro Baptist Church that does a fundraiser twice a year. They sell meals, and it's delicious. They just had one about 2 weeks ago.
Oh no, I missed it.
Yeah, I know, and it's good. It's very good. They have roast beef, and it's really good.
I missed it.
But they will be at our telethon to make a presentation on the money that they have raised.
Wow.
And another big one that was done just lately, last 2 weeks, is the Ride for Royal Blue.
Right.
It's an ATV ride. Last year they presented us with a $6,000 check.
Wow.
This year it's going to be closer to $9,000. So
Wow.
they have really done an excellent job with it.
That's great.
Yes.
That's great.
LA Cruisers is another organization
Yes.
that are good about donating to us, and but we have just a lot of people that will just come in and make donations, and you can make them here at this office, or you can mail them in to that address.
Right.
So we have a way of collecting for
Wow.
them.
Well, that's wonderful. On an average, which you may not have that handy, but about what does it cost your operating funds? I know it has to be high.
It is. Medicine, we usually is $3,000 to $4,000 a month.
Ooh,
That's a lot. And then the gas vouchers, see, that's
Right.
what takes so much of it. So we're talking close to about $6,000 for it a month.
Oh.
So it's, there's you've got about $9,000 a month.
And
Yes.
that's not counting the insurer or anything else that you contribute to your. I don't want to call them patients, but they're your clients.
I guess they are clients
Yeah.
out of it. But we have a lot that are signed up, and some need it at different
Right.
times, or have to come back in a month or two, so we're here for them then.
So y'all really have to come up with a lot of money a year.
Yes.
If you're working on even just $10,000 a month.
Yes.
Yeah, that's over
Adds up.
100,000
Yeah, a
a
year.
year in supplies.
Yeah. So we depend on people, on
Right.
donations, and our telethon, which is a big fundraiser for us.
Right.
We're going to depend on it to have money that the
Right.
people will, give to it, which they have.
Right.
I was very surprised our first telethon, how much money it raised. It was like $12,000 or something.
Wow.
We'd been used to doing a roadblock, and that was
Right.
$6,000, and
Right.
we'd get out in the middle of the road. And now that the speed limits have gotten so much higher, they've gone up from
Right.
30 miles an hour to 45. It's so dangerous to be
Yeah.
downtown LaFollette.
Yes. I
So
know.
we used to do it every Labor Day. So
Right.
we've quit that, been able to stop that by doing the telethon every year.
Well,
And
that's
it's
good.
It's much better.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Right.
We have singers and people that can come and make donations
Right. And call them in.
and do memorials for
Yes.
people. So we really, it's really a good thing.
That's
for
great.
us.
So we want everybody that's listening to remember that. Now, the telethon is set for April the
14th, Saturday night, April 14th, 6 until 10 p.m.
6 to 10 on Channel 12.
Channel 12 or 1450WLF.com.
Right.
You can watch it either way. You're welcome to come here. We would love for people to come here and be in the audience. And if you
Right.
would like to get up and make your pledge at that time or your donation, you can.
Right.
We will have singers. They're
And that's
always
at WLAF radio
Right.
station.
no, it's here.
No, it's here at the school.
Here at the school.
Okay.
We've done it 2 years. This is our 3rd year.
Wow.
Doing it here. We ran out of space at the radio station.
Well, that means it's doing
Oh,
good.
yes,
It's
it does.
growing.
It does.
So remember
Yes,
that now.
Yes, it's going
on
to
the
be here,
15th.
here at West LaFollette, the old West LaFollette School, 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock. It's to, we have cards done for people who would like, for people who have passed away with cancer. And then we have for the survivors too.
Right.
And then we're trying to make money to take care of those that are in need of care.
Right. It's such an awesome service here for the people of Campbell County. And if you've ever had anyone close in your family that has went through cancer treatments or have passed from cancer, which we have, so we know how important that it is. We have actually had David's brother and sister both passed with cancer, and it's a hard thing to deal with, and to know that there is a organization here at home that is willing to volunteer time, effort into helping people in our county. That's such a ministry
Right.
in itself. We've been promoting local ministries and services here in the county all last month in March and this month in April, and that is such a ministry in itself to people. And I thank God for y'all. I thank God for y'all that you come and you donate your time and your effort, and I know that y'all pray for people. I have no doubt about that whatsoever.
Oh, true. We've been in this organization, it's been around 32 years.
Wow.
It started with Tom Leach and his wife and Judy Rice, Edith Owens, who's of course passed away, Mary Lynn Radcliffe that lived here at one time, Patsy Tig Angelico, and she was a big instrumental person in doing it. And Don Martin, who used to be the pastor over at East La Follette.
Yes.
And Glenn Petrie was another one that was in there. We've had about 30 members over the years. You know, some of them have passed away out of it, but we have Clarence Lowe. Without him, we couldn't have a treasurer and keep up with our money. And he does an excellent job with it. He's a good one. And Judy Rice has been, she started out chair temporarily, has been chair for 32 years. So. That's kind of how you get
workers.
That's how Jim Pierce and his wife Elda Kate.
Yes.
We've just got lots of folks that have been members and stayed with us the whole time.
That's wonderful.
Yes,
That's
it
wonderful.
is.
And on that note,
Yes.
If somebody wants to volunteer,
Yes.
I know that as the years progress, that you have to bring people in to train and to kind of relieve other people, or maybe to take someone's place. As sad as that is, and you hate to see that happen, but if someone wants to volunteer or be trained to help, I know that the address they could write, or come to the office.
Or they can call us. We have a phone number here.
Right, and that's
562-2246.
2246.
But we meet every other month, so we won't meet. We met in March, so we'll meet in May.
Okay.
So it's the second Thursday night of the month.
Second Thursday night of
the
May.
Month of May at 6 o'clock.
At 6 o'clock.
Here at West La Follette School in their office here. It's large enough we can meet here.
Right.
So we would love to have volunteers if they would like to come. People that would be interested.
Right.
And we have to train them if they're going to do the vouchers, which it can easily be done. But we've got a new fellow just coming on, Mr. Lawson. He just signed up. I noticed on our sheet that we've got a new volunteer to be with us. So
well, that's good.
We're needing those.
Yes.
As people we've had several of the ladies who are widowed now, and they don't like to get out and maneuver by themselves as much. So we've lost some that way out of it. But volunteers are welcome here. We meet every other month, second Thursday at 6 o'clock.
Okay. So if anyone's out there and would like to volunteer or consider it, and you need more information, then you can get in touch with the Cancer Association here at the school Monday through Wednesday, 9 to 1 on those 3 days, or like she said, at their annual every other month meeting, which is the second Thursday at 6 o'clock. And that would be something that even a church might want to consider, like as part of their youth program or their ladies' Bible class or men's Bible class. Maybe, if they wanted to do that as part of an outreach for their church,
Right.
to help volunteer, that would be something great that you all could, use.
Well, I'm not sure who the ladies that have made all the knitted toboggans and things that are in their
Right.
office here. We just have volunteers that show up with them and decide they want to make things for our organization.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
though.
there are lots of things that could be done to help
Right.
us.
And I know that we talked about the purchasing, the things that you all have to purchase
Right.
to help people with,
Yes.
which is insure and some medicine.
Some medicine. Yeah.
And the Depends,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. If somebody wanted just to go buy that and donate it, they could drop it off here.
They could drop it Monday through Wednesday. They could drop it off 9 to 1. I know we've had to turn away if somebody had a package of Depends and they had to open them up. We can't accept that.
Right.
They have to be new.
Right.
They have to be in the bag.
So
and
if
closed.
a church wanted to get together and just do a contribution
Right.
and let their youth work toward that, or their Bible class or
Right.
whatever, and then give them the opportunity to go out and actually purchase the Insure or the Depends, and bring those by. As long as it's not opened, it's acceptable.
It's acceptable.
Yeah.
We try to keep, very, a limited amount because our space here is limited, but
Right.
we have room that we would love to have
Good.
some things for
Yeah.
it.
So that's awesome. And like I said, I think it's just a wonderful service that y'all provide. Is there anything else that you would like to comment on or let the audience know that you have coming up other than the telethon?
That's our, of course, it's going to be our biggest fundraiser, which we want everybody to come. We
Right.
would love for you to be in the audience.
But if you don't come, make a contribution.
That's right. You can either call in or you can send it to that address, that P.O. Box 122,
Right.
Jacksboro.
And I thought about this too, just kind of fleeting there for a moment. If you can't make it to the telethon, I'm sure
Right.
they would love a snack of food or something. If y'all wanted to bring some cookies or something by for the workers to have, because I know that y'all are going to be here for a while, and they would need water to drink, maybe tea. Bring by a box of cookies or something to contribute.
To them.
Yeah.
Well, we would appreciate that.
That would be nice.
But we have a lot of our ladies and gentlemen. James Walker and his wife are both big supporters, and he's one of our volunteers that works during the week here. And little Miss Opal Orick and Bobby Archer and the Bill Braden and Vicky
Right.
are people that come and help with everything. Ken and Nancy Starrett have always done that. Archie Brown. So we
Right.
have a lot. We've got volunteers that have helped in any way they can over the years.
That's wonderful.
And so we appreciate all of them.
Yes, the more volunteers, the less the load is for a few to carry.
Right. Yes,
And
is.
it helps. I think that we kind of covered everything. And just briefly again, I want to touch on the fact that we need to, consider if you would like for your Bible school class or your youth group, or to do outreach, and you're not really involved in something right now, this would be a great cause. This would be a great thing to do, to get them involved and give them a sense of helping in the community. A lot of times if it doesn't touch us at home, we tend to not think about it as much. But I am coming to the understanding that most families have been touched
Sure.
by cancer in some way, whether it's a close relative or if it's somebody distant in your family or a friend. But everybody's lives, it seems like, in some way have been touched in some form by somebody that's facing or battling with cancer or that has passed from cancer.
Many of you may wonder, just what does the Campbell County Cancer Association do? They provide many products and services for citizens of Campbell County who are fighting cancer that they couldn't normally afford to help them in their fight. Many volunteers from right here in Campbell County have joined the fight on your behalf, or the behalf of those who can't afford some of the necessities that are required. Treatments are very costly. The transportation to treatments are also expensive, and we help with the cost as much as we can. If you have lost a loved one to cancer, you can call in and donate in memory of them. If you have never lost a loved one, a friend, or family member to cancer, then call in and pledge in honor of that fact that you have never had to go through the battle with cancer with a loved one. I have lost a brother and a sister to cancer, and I honor their memory with all my donations. Please call.
Be smart, style smarter. I go to Style Smarter.
Here's what folks are saying about the local on Jacksboro Pike.
I like the eggs because it kind of got the yellow stuff in it that pops out.
Now tell me, how was your experience at the local?
Great.
Good food, good service, and you don't go away hungry.
But don't just take their word for it. Check it out for yourself under new ownership and management, the local on Jacksboro Pike. You know, we've all got that happy place, don't we? You don't have a care in the world, no aches or pains, and for that moment, you don't worry about what's going on in your world. There's a place that can take you there, your own personal happy place. You're welcome, Massage Therapy. You walk right in and let Laura take you to your own personal happy place. You're welcome, Massage Therapy at 113 Ridner Lane in Jacksboro. 423-377-1124.
But once again, we want to thank Miss Sharon for taking the time to talk with us. And people do get emotional, and that's okay, because that's part of who we are. If we don't have feelings, we're never compassionate. But the more compassionate that we are, the better citizens I feel like that we become in our community. Because whether it's us or somebody that we know that's facing something, to have that compassion, to be able to reach out and to help someone, and it takes compassion, Sharon,
Yes.
to be able to volunteer and to work and to help people the way they need to be helped. You have to have a little bit of compassion working there to be Christ in our community.
Right.
I really feel that. So, if there's nothing else you would like to say, okay.
Our motto is charity begins at home. That's our
right.
motto. So
And it does.
it does. It
Yeah.
begins here.
You know, once I heard someone say this, and it, you know, sometimes things will just rest with you, and it stays with you. But I heard someone say one time, how can you love someone and do for someone else when you can't love and do for your family?
Very true.
How can you do that? And the more I thought about that, I thought, well, if I can't love my family enough to reach out and help, and care for them, then how can I effectively do that for somebody that I don't know? And I think that was the whole purpose in the scripture, charity at home. And then, if you can do that at home and reach out and touch your family and those around you, then you can be effective in loving and reaching out to somebody that's outside that family circle. And but I just want to thank everybody for listening tonight, and I want to thank Sharon again for being with us. And we want you to consider the Cancer Association the next time that you feel the need, or don't even feel the need, but think about it. Where can I sow seed? Where can I offer alms? Where can I put this extra $10 that I've got, or extra $2,000 that I got? They would be more than glad to get your contribution and your gift.
And it would be well used
Be
and
well
served.
spent. Yes.
Yes.
So we want to thank you for being with us, and be sure to stay tuned next week, because you never know on JCTV who's going to be on here. David will sometimes slip in a little bit of information to let you know who the next guest is going to be. But if you don't catch us, then don't forget to tune in on Tuesdays at 6 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you.
Be smart, style smarter. I go to Style Smarter.
Here's what folks are saying about the local on Jacksboro Pie.
I like the eggs because it kind of got the yellow stuff in it that pops out.
Now tell me, how was your experience at the local?
Great.
Good food, good service, and you don't go away hungry.
But don't just take their word for it. Check it out for yourself under new ownership and management, the local on Jacksboro Pie. You know, we've all got that happy place, don't we? You don't have a care in the world, no aches or pains, and for that moment, you don't worry about what's going on in your world. There's a place that can take you there, your own personal happy place. You're welcome, Massage Therapy. You walk right in and let Laura take you to your own personal happy place. You're welcome, Massage Therapy at 113 Ridner Lane in Jacksboro. 423-377-1124.